Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of Mystic Business Launch Party, where we are talking about building the energetic foundation for your business. So come on in. We're just going to get started shortly. We just allow people a minute here to jump into this live call. Thanks for coming. Hello, hello. Hey, you guys, come on in and say hello. Just say hello in the chat and uh, give me an emoji for business, for the kind of business that you would love to see in the world. Some kind of an emoji that um, indicates that. Hello. Hi, Kelly. So good to see you. So glad you guys are getting in here. Yeah, so make sure that you grab your drink, your journal and pen, and your candle, because I always light a candle. You know me. Hi, Angie. Hey, Joanna. Glad you're here. Hello, hello. All right. So people are starting to come in. That is fabulous. So this is day 3, and I messed up today because I sent out the email saying, here's your recording from last night, and just noticed, like not 5 minutes ago, that I forgot to actually add the recording into that email. So I will give that to you guys tomorrow. I think, well, what I'll do is I'll put all 3 recordings in an email out tomorrow as soon as I download this one. Hey, Patty. As soon as this one's downloaded and uploaded, you know how that goes, I will send out an email with all 3 recordings in it for you so that you can refer back to any of them. And if you missed any of them, you will see it. But if you're really anxious tonight, just scroll down in the feed. It is still here in Soulfully Aligned Women, so you can scroll down and find it, and you can watch it tonight. So, hey, so glad you're here. All right, let's just take a deep breath, right? Let's get centered into this space. Let go of all of your busyness from the day. Breathing in nice and deep through your nose. And let go. Centering in and being here, just being here, right now. That multitasking is draining on our brain. Take in another nice deep breath in and let go. Feeling yourself, just settle in and just take 2 more deep breaths just to settle and center. Beautiful. Bringing our awareness right here, right now. All right. So, you guys, my intention for you tonight is to help you become more aware of the new emerging 5D quantum energetic business in our world. So this is emerging more and more. And I want you, and you're going to probably go, yeah, I see that, but I want you to really bring your awareness to it so that you can be super clear as to why it's so important to have that strong energetic foundation in your business. And I shared with you the business that I had that went into bankruptcy, and how now, having felt the a strong energetic foundation in my business now, how I can see clearly that that was missing. That was the missing ingredient in my business way back in the 1990s. So this will absolutely give you guys the secret ingredients, the shortcuts to create a solid business that is going to continue to grow and move forward. And the big thing is that we're moving out of fear in our business and into love. And I'm going to show you that difference tonight. So that first night was the seven big mistakes that I made that impacted the energy of my business. And then last night we went through the five practices that I keep coming back to keep that energetic resonance strong with a thriving, successful business. That is so important. And we have to keep coming back and we have to find the tools and the containers and the support systems that keep bringing us back to that strong energy foundation, not only in our own lives, but in our business. Because, like I said last night, our businesses, yes, they are connected to our energy, but they also take on an entity of their own. Like they become an entity of their own with their own energy. And you want to continually be feeding that energy and supporting it. And for some, eventually it takes off and becomes even bigger than you, and we'll see. We also talked about having a side hustle. So even if you're not looking at a full-time, like stepping into a full-time business of your own, having something on the side where you are using that passionate, creative flow within you to bring your gifts to the world is absolutely such an amazing thing to do, right? You can still keep your regular job, but then have this other passion project on the side. So it could be your passion project, a way for you to bring extra income and also use your gifts and serve in the world. So, for those of you that might not know me, hi, I'm Janice Gallant of the Creation Guild, and I am a teacher, an artist, and a mindset coach that uses creativity to help you remember your wisdom, your inner power, and to help you become the creator, the conscious creator of your life. Hi, Dal. Good to see you. Yes, good. Um, so I want you to be filled with hope and joy and freedom and be bringing abundance into your life, because as we do this, we not only have a ripple effect to the people around us and the world around us, helping the world become a better place, but we also give other women and young girls permission to follow their dreams and follow their heart and passions. Um, so, last night's sutras, just very quickly, I will say, um, the first one was, it's not about me. Just a quick reminder, it's not about me. You are co-creating with the universe, and when you can stay in that mindset of, okay, I'm just an open flowing container for this channel, for this beautiful work to come through, then we can get out of our ego, right, and serve better. Number two, stay clear with your higher power relationship. So making space for that. That has got to be your number one priority in your life for you as a conscious creator, and also especially if you're in business, right? So staying clear, keeping that relationship strong, keep nurturing it, creating the space in your life for the meditation and the journaling, the working things out. Like, because you know what? I've said business is the vehicle for soul work. It is the fast track to your growth. And so you need to be working on you continuously through your business and really, you know, I've really been focused on my business for the last 3 years strongly, and I just keep looking at it going, okay, so, this isn't kind of turning out the way I expected. So how do I pivot? How do I shift? What was my mindset during that time? What was happening? And I have absolutely learned so much, so much. And when we talked about, um, not being attached to the outcome, I absolutely learned to let that go early on, right? Um, okay, so number three, the sutra was expansion, no contraction. So you are following the inspiration in your business. You are following your heart, and you must remember that this is your business and you get to create it your way. There are no rules. You create the rules. And so having that strong mindset of not falling into old patterns and beliefs from society of the way a business should work, but instead believing that, hey, you know what? Just because that was done for so many years doesn't mean it's a rule and it has to be done that way. I get to create my way, right? Number 4 was feeling into your body, trusting and building your intuition and strengthening that. Because as a powerful, wealthy woman entrepreneur, you are going to need to be able to um, just call in that intuition and follow it quickly, right? So I do give you in the Mystic Business, we're going to work on tools that help you strengthen your intuition until you can get to the point where you can just go sit in the moment, close your eyes, take a few breaths, and feel into the guidance that is within you. And then number 5 was don't go alone. Don't go it alone. Get your support, not only with your higher power support and calling in help, but with coaches and trainings and courses and all sorts of things. And I continue to grow and to learn and to watch for what's the next thing I need to learn more about? Where do I need to clean up a little bit? Where do I need to learn more or grow or expand? And at every level that you get to, there is a new level. So if you are going, okay, well, I just want, you know what? If I could make $1,000 a month, that would be amazing, right? And so when you get to $1,000 a month, then you're going to need some coaching to help you get to 3,000 a month or 5,000 or 10,000, right? Like however far you want to grow with your business, but you need to be looking to people that are already there, looking to the people that are just a few steps ahead of you, because that's who's going to, reach down and pull you up to where they are at. Okay. All right. So tonight I am going to talk about our 3D business compared to 5D business. So business is changing in the world. Thank you for the love. Business is changing in the world. We have a new world evolving, and that is the 5D quantum world. And our business is growing along with us. So the world reflects what's going on inside of us. And what we can see is for so many years, we have lived in a 3D world. So 3D is, I'm getting ahead of myself here. 3D is your length, width, dimension, right? 3 dimensions, so length, width, and dimension. It's like you create a painting, you've got length and width, and you create the illusion of dimension. Well, in the world here, we are living in a 3-dimensional world of 3D where we are using our 5 senses to enjoy this physical world, right? So a 5D quantum world is one that is of a much higher frequency and it's much more energy than matter. 3D is all about physical body, physical table, like physical stuff. And when we evolve to a 5D world, we are going to be much more awake that everything begins with energy, right? 4D, just back it up a little bit. So we got 3D and then we go to 4D, is becoming aware that perhaps there is more than just this world here. Okay. It is opening up to a new dimension of energy or soul, right? 5D is what we would consider ascension. It's moving into ascension. So 5D is living in that wonderful dance of with these other dimensions, with these other energies, right? It's recognizing that, hey, yeah, there really is a cosmic force out there, and there are ways that I can work with those forces, right? And it makes our experience much more lightened up in this physical world. while still enjoying the physical world. So for when I was taking my shamanic training back in the late 1990s, because my bankruptcy actually catapulted me into learning more about spirituality and energy. Um, we talked a lot about ascension. We were taught a lot about ascension, and it really scared a lot of people because a lot of people thought, well, when I ascend, I move out of my physical body, but what about my loved ones, right? It made it feel like it was commonly said ascension is death without the physical body dying. But now we know as we get closer to it, it is more about the way we are living. It's living with that internal awareness that we are energy first and then a physical body, and that we will always be this energetic force. We'll always be a soul, right? However you want to word it. Um, and so we begin to live our lives with that awareness instead of getting up in the morning and hitting the alarm clock and going through our normal routine. We wake up in the morning and maybe breathe in a few times, connecting to that energy, connecting to that inner awareness, and move through our whole day with this. And this is going to take our world into a beautiful place, because if only we could all be living from that space, then there's no more competition, right? And I'm happy for you when you reach your goals or you have something that you've been wanting. Um, so it's got a whole different mindset. We're not there yet, but we are moving towards it. And you creating a business with a strong energetic foundation is putting you on the leading edge of business. So the new business consciousness in the 5D world. Okay, so I'm turning into teacher mode here because I have made up a makeshift um, whiteboard that I'm going to use here. Okay, so I hope this isn't backwards for you guys. That's backwards, isn't it? I don't know how to change that for you. I will read it. Okay, so we're moving from 3D 4D to 5D. So on 3D side here, we have everything in business is basically in fear or ego, okay? As opposed to 5D, it's in the space of love. And I mean, everything in the world, there is only fear and love. And fear is actually the feeling that you might lose something that you love, that you really cherish in your life, right? Anytime you go into fear, you're thinking that you're going to lose something. And I mean, what is that? You have to identify what is that. So in business, the fear is always, I'm going to lose to the other person. I'm going to lose my sales. I'm not going to make the money that I need because my neighbor's going to take it. My next door neighbor business is going to take all my business, right? Whereas in the 5D world, we're more centered in love, okay? And I'll keep going here because there's a couple different topics, but 3D is in separation, right? 3D is saying, I am separate from you, and you do your thing, I do my thing. And 5D is unity consciousness. That's knowing that when I do well, you do well. When you do well, I do well. Like it's taking each other along, right? Let me just put this up here. So then we have 3D is identity with your lower self, right? So that physical part of you. And this one, 5D, is higher awareness. So this all kind of starts to make sense, right? This one is survival. Survival of the fittest, right? And this one is serving as opposed to serving. So we're actually serving the world rather than trying to survive. That also in 3D, we have competition and the scarcity mindset, right? It's all based on scarcity. So, like I said, there's only a certain amount of people out there looking for my product. So I'm being gonna have to be really competitive, as opposed to the idea that there is an abundance mindset. So you'll see that a lot of people are moving into this abundance mindset. And if you look at in the coaching world, there's a lot of people becoming coaches, right? And we talked about the reason for that is because there's a lot of people yearning for guidance and calling out in their hearts, calling out to the universe, putting that energetic output of needing the extra guidance. Now, if I was doing one-on-one coaching, which I do, but I also do group coaching, but one-on-one coaching, I could do only so many people in a month. I don't have enough time, right? So even in the extreme that I could work with 15 women, let's say 15 women, that's a lot. I know I can't right now, I don't take any more than five. Um, so if I could work with 15 women, one-on-one coaching, you know, there's 640 members just in Soulfully Aligned Women, right? So they don't want to wait. They don't want to put on a waiting list. We need more coaches because there's going to be a lot more people that are waking up and that are saying, oh my gosh, what do I do? What's my first step? I don't know my first step in building awareness. And they're all different age groups. Okay. I know one woman who is almost 60 and she's just waking up and going, oh my gosh, like I think I'm going to start to pay more attention to my thoughts and I think I'm going to try meditation, right? So we all wake up at different times in our lives and there are a lot of people in this world. Okay, so competition or scarcity as opposed to abundance mindset. And then the next one is 3D is very self-serving. My arrows are a little off. And 5D is in service, right? So it's selfless. It's service first. It's like I have these gifts and I know no one's going to take them away from me. I want to share them. Let me share them with you, right? And then we have 3D is judgmental, right? Whereas 5D is forgiveness. Instead of judging people or yourself, instead of judging people or yourself, you're moving into forgiveness, relaxation of knowing that none of us are perfect, right? And when it's other people, there's much more compassion and empathy for what they're going through in their life because we've all been through hardships, right? So it's all about, you know what, instead of me judging you because you just, ripped a strip off of me, I'm going to reach my hand out and say, hey, hun, like, I think you need a glass of wine. Let's go have a glass of wine. Let's just do this together, right? So then we have comparison. So continually comparing yourself to other people in the 3D world as opposed to being heart-centered, having faith and trust, right? You could even say self-centered in the most positive way, right? As opposed to judging, I'm going to go within and find my worthiness and appreciate and love myself a little bit more, right? We have biases as opposed to being a creator. Okay. So when you have biases, it's a lot like judgment, but they're ingrained, and you just think it'll always be this way. Whereas opposed to becoming the creator in your life, the creator in your business. And then the last one I have is doing as opposed to being. That's a biggie. Okay. So doing as opposed to being. When we are energetically grounded, when we have a business that is energetically grounded and strong, it naturally grows and expands. When we're trying to run the treadmill, do all the marketing, push it out there because I haven't reached enough people and do this and do that and do this and do that, and then no, it's a lot of hard work and you don't get anywhere. So it really is about energy. And, one of the first things um, when I first started building this coaching business 3 years ago, it was about 3 years ago, I had, um, I hadn't even, I hadn't even advertised or didn't have any coaching packages or anything like that. I didn't even really have a coaching system, but what I did start, I had started creating a course that I knew would walk people through the first steps in their life to become more soulfully aligned. And the art of a soulfully aligned life is one of my first courses. And as I was working on that, just because I was putting some inspirational posts out and I was getting my energy centered in around that, actually had a girl call me and ask me to coach her. I hadn't even reached out to anyone and said I'm a coach, but she phoned and she said, "Do you possibly have a package or a coaching package of some kind?" And I'm like, and I was, oh my gosh, scared out of my wits. But that's the energy that I was building within me. I hadn't even started it to create it in my life, but it was growing. And of course, I said, yes, I do, because I walked her through that course that I had created. So that's what happens when you get your energy aligned and when you are in that creative flow, things begin to come to you, begin to get attracted to you. You are magnetizing all that beautiful life that you want to create to you. And that is what we do with our business. That is so important to create that energetic foundation with your business. And with our focus and awareness on our business, I know that uh, the Mystic Business Course will take you uh, from just thinking about a business to actually having one to in 8 weeks. We will get you there. Okay, if you follow along and you do the work by the end of 8 weeks, so by the end of June, you will have your business started and be able to be advertising and going from there. So that's all the info I have for you at this time, and that's what I wanted to share with you. And I want to let you know that I did add in a couple more coupon codes into the Mystic Business sales page. So if you go in there and you take a peek, the course outline is very bare bones in there. There's going to be a lot more in there. And yes, absolutely, questions. If you have questions, please put them in and I will answer your questions. Um, and that was one of the questions I did get was, what if I, don't really know what kind of business I want, but I do kind of want to start a business? It's like, well, then that's absolutely the best place to be to get started in it. Okay, so let me just look here. Did I miss anything, Patty? Doobie doobie doo. Ah, perfect. All right. And oops. Oh, that is my question. Questions? Are there questions? Uh, so it's a fantastic question. Yes, yes. Okay, Patty, I don't. Are there questions? Oh, just a second here. Okay, no, I didn't get it. So, explain a bit more, Patty, if I didn't get what you said. Um, so that, as I said, the course outline in the Mystic Business is very bare bones. There is much more that is going into that, and it depending on the group that comes in is how it evolves. That's the way it works, right? The people bring the energy. It's what you just okay. Oh, I know I want a business, but I don't know what it might be. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly. If you don't know what it is, if you don't know what you want it to be, this is the place to start because we'll be able to help you figure that out, right? And you'll get closer to it. I mean, only you know in the bottom line, only you know what it will be, but we can absolutely start to um, hone it in for you, right? I have a couple things percolating in the background, but there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, yes. And that's the beauty of creating a business because even when I started this one, I wasn't super clear on how I was going to do it, right? And how it was going to look. I wasn't super clear, but I got clearer as I moved along. I started in one place and I started moving forward, and that it all just started to come together. And the neat thing is that together as a group, I mean, brainstorming together, right? And sharing, collaborating, and supporting each other is absolutely perfect. Yes. Finding your zone of genius. Read the big leap. Okay, yes. And you know what? Um, does your business have to be perfect in the beginning? No, right? Not at all. It just beginning is the first step. That's the best place. Just start. Just start. Okay. So I think if you were here last night, you heard me go through all of those weeks. I don't know if you want me to explain them again. Um, yeah. And so you remember though, if you are in my creative portal, don't sign up until you talk to me because I need to give you guys a 30% off code. Yeah, really big code. Okay, so the Mystic Business is $4.97 a month for 2 months. That is less than my coaching packages of one-on-one, and you're getting so much more in this because I actually love the groups that come together because there's so much energy that is created within the groups, right? And it just rises. We rise together. Um, one-on-one is perfect, it's great, but when you bring a group together, the energy is even bigger. So I love that. So yeah, and with the coupon codes, you guys get discounts. So yeah, just let me know. All right. So you guys, those coupon codes are good till the end of Saturday. This Saturday, I don't believe in high pressure sales, but I do believe in a little bit of like, hey, let's do this, a little bit of a carrot for you to make the leap, the jump in. I invite you to come join me. It is going to be fabulous. It is going to grow and expand each week. Going to be covering practical and energy. Okay. So let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. I will, this is the last of our three-part training, but not the last you'll hear from me. The Mystic Business doesn't start until May 4th. And our weekly calls are going to be on Tuesday afternoons. Okay, so we will see about if that time works with the group that comes together. And my hope is that it does, because I find that that's a good time. All right, I'm going to, if there's no more questions, um, you guys are talking to each other. Awesome, good. Um, I'm going to let you go for the night and just PM me if you have any questions, okay? All right. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for all of your interaction and your energy here. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning for meditation. Bye for now, you guys. Thanks again.